get this show on the road, yo. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Let's get this situated. All right, let's get this situated. One second. Yo! Brother Matthew. Is that my brother? Hello, brother Michael. That profile picture just looks just like my brother. What the heck? Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hold up. Let's get this chat loaded up. 1 second. Oh, it's you, Matthew? No. I don't know if that's you. I have to verify with him. Text me if that's you. um, got that synced up. Hold up. Where did that go? Ah. It is Matthew. I didn't realize it was him. That's funny. All right. Pop out chat. All right, where'd that go? All right, there we go. All right, we're active now. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back into the stream tonight. I appreciate you guys so much for being here and joining me. Once again, we are back teaching ourselves some programming. I don't even have any YouTube stream mods. I have some Discord mods. Hey, John Doe, how's it going? Hey, Marty, how's it going? Hey, Tim, welcome back in, dude. Owen Codes over on the Twitch. What's going on, man? Welcome in. All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and get this going here. I was working on a project before this. I was working on my project for my work. I started it today. Can't really share much because I don't want to get in trouble, but yeah. It's pretty cool so far. All right. Let's go CD into my React app. Let's go up here into npm run dev. Let's go on our local host. There we go. All right, let's finish this portfolio. Let's get this thing done. Yeah? Let's finish this project. When do you get a computer science job? Very soon for sure. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, correct the code. How's it going? Welcome back into the stream. I appreciate you for being here. Welcome back in, you guys. What are you guys studying tonight? Let me know what you're working on, what you guys are working on. All these streams and all right. Let's go ahead and do this. So, software engineer. All right, let's go ahead and get my chat opened up here so I can get TTS going. There we go. And then Let's get.
The great thing about the Google Career Certificate is
No,
experience
Google
is
Career
necessary.
Certificate.
We are teaching you
Get
literally
outta
the
here.
foundation.
Hey Ryan, how's it going? One sec, you guys. This thing is weird. Copy the link. There we go. Now how can I... Alright, there we go. We got chat loaded up. We're good now. How'd the wrap of that raid go last night? So happy that you raided into my homegirl. Awesome, dude. Yeah, that was just random. Yeah, I just randomly chose someone on Twitch to Yo, Ryan, is this Ryan? Is this the same Ryan that was... Is this Trash Ketchum? Or is this a different Ryan? Right. Which theme am I using for VS Code? I think, let's look here. I think I'm just using default. Let's get into this. Am I sharing my notes? What notes for what, Danilo? Hey, Danilo, how's it going? Oh, the music's really loud. Sorry, my bad, guys. All right, Iron DSR. Oh, nice, dude. Welcome back in, man. How's it going? All right, let's get into this. Let's finish this project. Okay, so we left off on this where we have our portfolio website here where we have a homepage, employment experience, education, GitHub. We have an about section. We have a blog. We have projects, all of our projects here, and we've got a community tab. Yeah, Matt, I'll have to plug it in after the stream here. You guys are chatting it up. Yeah, all my study notes are on my GitHub and also in my Discord link down below. So go ahead and check those out. I have to put in a code for YouTube Premium. Let me see here. How do I go? Purchases and memberships. Oh, premium. Learn more. How do I? What if I already have a plan?
Do inertia tail variable.
Trying to get my
Derive
YouTube
says,
Premium here.
That's a normal versus code dark theme. Go Guppy says, VITL. That Ryan says, been working with TypeScript and React and go for full stack app.
Nice, dude. What you been building?
Code says, Ling. That Ryan says, I use TSX not JSX.
What's the difference between, oh, TypeScript versus JavaScript? Okay, gotcha. TSX versus JavaScript. Yeah, this is just the normal VS Code. All right, let's get into this. Let's keep moving here.
Says very inspiring your videos. Thanks for making them. Go Guppy says also THX.
Awesome. If you guys are part of the early crew here, leave a thumbs up right now if you guys are here. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's go ahead and get into this.
Says, love from India.
Thank you, Danilo. Thank you, Saturo. Love from the US here.
Astro says,
Hey, Astro, what's going on, dude? What's going on, my guy?
says, I know of Vue, Tailwinds, Laravel but haven't heard of inertia.
Okay, so we need to finalize this, right?
Owl Code says, I haven't learned inertia edges yet. Go Guppy says my bad. Go Guppy says read that wrong. That Ryan says, been here since 400 subs.
Nice, Ryan. Thanks so much.
But is into shalom.
Okay, I think we're ready here. Let's go ahead and get started. So we need to add in these bullet points here, right? We need to put in points here for these, this information. So on our homepage,
I'm currently going through a trek, man. It's morning out here in Nepal. Darius says bro try Cascadia code font. That Ryan says, hell yeah man. Go Guppy says RPHP.
love the chats, you guys.
Says tall stack was easier for me to learn until I learn more JS. Go Guppy says okay. Learn hard.
Lots of chats.
Says, you got this man, I believe in you.
Okay, here we go. So for our Birdie Roast close, remember guys, we did a software contract for.
Sorry, maybe TTS is a bad option for day to day.
Yeah, we might have to turn that one off. It's pretty popping in here right now. I haven't done it yet, Matthew. I'll have to figure it out after stream. Okay, so we need to put in and fill in information here. So if you guys remember correctly, our bullet points here are our software engineering contractor, or maybe should I say contractor or maybe freelance? Right? Software engineer, freelance. I guess I was contracted. I mean, like as a freelancer. So maybe, I guess we could say that. We are still technically contracted by them. So this is current. Right, I fix all the bugs and stuff that comes up if there are any. So we still have duties to Birdie Rose Close that we are fulfilling as our software engineer contract, right? You inspired me to learn more math. Nice, dude. Yeah, last night I spent about 2 hours going over the simplex method in linear programming. I'm doing a project at work that I pitched for an automation for like a current computation that I do by hand, that to try to transition it into a program. And so I'm working with the bioinformatics team, and so they give me some homework to go over this type of mathematical model. And so yesterday I was going through the simplex tableau, as it's in French, right? Because that math over there was all from France when it was made. So the simplex tableau, where you have a pivot column, you have to use Gaussian diffusion or Gaussian elimination, right? So it's like a crazy math process that I was learning about last night. Okay, so our first bullet point here for Birdie Rose Close. What do we want to say? What do we want to say? What should we say here, guys, for our... So we made... Should we go to the almighty order? Okay, give me some inspiration points for my resume under my software engineering position contract for Birdie Rose Close. I made the small business manager program / software for them. Since you developed the small business manager software for Very Rose closed under a software engineering contract, your resume points should highlight both technical skills and a real-world business impact. Here's a list of what inspiration points you can tailor based on what you specifically built. Developed a custom small business management tool using Python to streamline inventory sales and customer tracking for a local boutique. Ooh. Designed and implemented a user-friendly GUI for non-technical staff, improving visibility and adoption across the business. Built modular features such as inventory tracking, invoice generation, customer database management using OOP principles. Ah, that's cool. Okay. So then it has some business statistics, right? We can throw in some business statistics because I honestly, I probably 100%ed her speed at which she can input and log these items, right? And manage them. So reduce manual bookkeeping by 70%. I'd say 100%. It drastically doubled the speed at which she could go. Help the business scale operation by providing insights through custom reporting dashboards, minimize errors in sales and stock tracking by implementing valid and error handling logic. Nice. Okay, so we'll say that. So here we go. So we developed a custom small business manager tool using Python to streamline, to expedite, to, I guess, is a good word, mass inventory, sales and allowances, sales/allowances, and customer tracking for a local tracking. It's developed a custom small business management tool using Python to streamline mass inventory, sales allowances, and customer tracking. What do you guys think? Nice, dude. Nice, Ryan. Hey, Wolfie Master. What's going on, dude? All right. The chat slowed down. I'm going to throw it back on the TTS so I can hear you guys. Okay, we developed a custom small business manager software. Developed a software suite. Not suite, developed custom software small business manager using Python to streamline mass inventory sales and allowance, streamline mass inventory tracking, or streamline inventory sales and allowances, and not customer tracking, but inventory expenses, sales and allowances, sales/allowances, and auto generation of annual income statements and balance sheets. So we developed custom software, the Small Business Manager, using Python to streamline inventory, sales, allowances, and auto generation of annual income statements and balance sheets. Why is our education section bleeding here? I'll have to fix that. Okay, hit an ad here. Okay, developed custom software.
Go Guppy says, hi, be curious on what you're building.
Building a portfolio website right now. Oh, Wolfie Master.
Go Guppy says Wolf's 3. Go Guppy says no sorry. Go Guppy says, lol.
Python-based software, small inventory tracking,
Go
expense
Guppy
logging
says
system.
sorry Nichildaming, I know what you're building. D.
No worries. Okay. I developed custom Python-based software, Small Business Manager, to streamline inventory tracking, expense logging, sales and allowance management, and automate generation of annual income statements and balance sheet. Okay. Now, highlight number 2. Mention double entry accounting practices. Small business. Engineered a full-feature retail management system in Python incorporating double entry accounting income statements and balance sheets. I like that. So engineered a full-featured retail management system in Python incorporating double entry accounting to ensure a full-feature GUI retail management system in Python. A full feature GUI retail management system in Python incorporating double entry accounting to ensure accounting, automating income statements and balance sheets based on daily operations. Accounting. Incorporating double entry accounting.
Master says Go Guppy, the most reliable and extendable platform for running your Twitch stream and viewer experience.
Engineered a full-featured GUI retail management system in Python incorporating double entry accounting to automate income statements and balance sheets. Automate income statement, generate, and
Flo says idea, how the software impact the business in terms of numbers.
Yeah, we're gonna add, that's the next points we're gonna do here. So engineered a full-feature GUI retail management system in Python incorporating double entry accounting to automate income statement and balance sheet
Go Guppy
generation.
says, oh, really?
Annual income statement. Engineer full-featured retail management system with a custom GUI in Python incorporating double entry accounting
Says
zone.
Wolfie Master, are you on Discord? Would love to learn a bit more.
Right. Balance sheet.
Wolfie Master says yup, same username.
Entry accounting to automate the generation of annual income statements and balance sheets based on daily. Okay. So now we want to do okay. Next up, what should we do for highlight number 2? Some business statistics, right? So I doubled the speed at which this business could operate for logging and recording financials because of this. Can we make a point about this? Accelerated financial and inventory operations by 2x throughout automation of logging and record-keeping workflows, reducing reliance on manual processes. Double the speed of financial and operational data entry by replacing manual Excel workflows with automated Python-based system.
I don't know otherwise.
Enable the Birdie codes to operate twice as efficiently in financial record keeping. Engineered a full-featured GUI retail management, which double the speed of bookkeeping operations. Engineered a full-featured GUI retail management system in Python, incorporating double entry accounting and automating financial reporting, which doubled the speed of inventory and bookkeeping operations, which more than doubled inventory and bookkeeping operations. We had having 50% less errors. We have 50% less errors in mathematical conditions and inventory life cycle tracking. That's another excellent and quantifiable outcome in showing improvement accuracy. Reduced errors in financial calculations and inventory life cycle tracking by over 50% through automated checks and double entry accounting logic. Doubled operational speed and cut financial by 50% by replacing manual processes with custom-built Python's double entry accounting.
Danilo says idea for last one, training business teams to use the software and others developers to collaborate on the code base. Tim says would be nice to add any numbers you have. Mart 1661 says hit 2k wins a go out stream Mart.
Wins go out I'll have to do. I want to go out to dinner and then just do live stream while I'm out at Hot Pot or something and just do a cool just non-coding hangout. I think it'll be fun. So next time my lady friend's in town, we're gonna go and go out to a hot pot and I'll bring you guys along and I'll set up my phone and stream and we'll have a little dinner together. We'll have an e-date as what you guys called it before. Yeah, that's a good idea, Danilo. Training business teams, right?
Serpent says yo.
Yo, Script Serpent, if you guys have any like bullet points we should add on here, let us know. So we engineered a full-featured GUI retail management system in Python, incorporating double entry accounting and automating financial reporting, which more than doubled the speed of inventory and bookkeeping operations. We reduced mathematical and inventory lifecycle errors by over 50% through validation logic and structured data flow. And then we
Tim says e-date.
e-date. um so then let's do a point about how I trained users to use or run the system.
Mark 1661
And
says
I
Excel
also-
is perfect for programmers.
I also still fix reported issues and bugs. Provided hands-on training to non-technical users for system usage and workflows, ensuring smooth adoption and long-term system usability. Continue to provide ongoing maintenance and bugs. Train staff on daily use of the system and continue to support the business by addressing reported issues and implementing improvements. Train non-technical staff to operate the software and continue to provide support for issue resolution and solution maintenance and system maintenance. I like that. So engineered a full-featured GUI retail management system in Python, incorporating double entry accounting. Oh, that's why. So I do need to fix these.
Marty says changed it to Marty.
Nice, Marty. I do need to fix this styling, it looks like. So engineered a full-featured GUI retail management system in Python, incorporating double entry accounting and automating financial reporting, which more than doubled the speed of inventory and bookkeeping operations. Reduced mathematical and inventory lifecycle errors by over 50% through validated logic and structured data flow. Trained non-technical staff to operate the software and continue to provide support for issue resolution and system maintenance via patches. Then let's say with permission, I was able to open this project up as a free tool to other small business owners. It is currently an open source project on my GitHub that has gotten PRs and merges for new launches. Open source, the small business manager with client permission actively maintain the GitHub repo where it has received community pull requests, feature contributions, and multiple successful merges. With client approval, release a small business manager as an open source project on GitHub. Received a community. Doesn't even merge. Add that I am the project manager for the repo. Open source the small business manager with clientele approval. Serves as project manager for the GitHub repo, overseeing issues and revealing pull requests, emerging community-driven features and improvements. I like that. Okay, so I need to go to my position though. I need to add another job highlight here. Okay, so let's go ahead and before we get too deep in the mud here, we do need to style this a little bit here. Let's see what we can do. Let's go to our index.css. Okay, so we are on, there's content main here. So on job degree padding, what is happening here? Okay, so we're gonna go like this. We're gonna do .card dot work experience. What is going on here? So if I comment this card out, what happens? It definitely is the card. So let me start commenting things here and see what happens. No. No. There it is. There we go. Now that fixes our blog too. Cool. Okay. So the thing is I want to, okay, so now that fixes that. So let's go here, let's go to our position and degree here. So these are the ULs. So we want to go dot position UL dot degree institution UL. Okay. We want to give actually on the position and the degree institution and work experience and the job and degree. Work experience is the page. So class work experience and class education. Okay, so that's what I need to do. Work experience and dot education. Okay, we're going to say width is going to be 750 pixels. So that hard sets the width like so. That looks pretty good. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger, maybe 800 just to even it out. 800 here. That goes a little further. Perfect. So now that is fixed like so. So then let's go ahead and in the Java degree, that's fine, fine. So here we want to access the individual list items rather, not the unordered list itself. We want to add the list items and add some margin of 5 pixels. Let's say 10 pixels. Let's say 5%. No. 1%. What if I go 1 EM? REM. What does REM mean? I don't know what these mean. 25 pixels. It's a little bit too much. 20 pixels. Uh, 15 pixels. 10 pixels? 10 pixels it is. Okay, now we have some padding here, so it's a little bit more spaced, which is nice. Right? Okay. So we engineered a full-featured GUI retail management system in Python, incorporating double entry accounting and automating financial reporting with SQLite. Let's go back to our position or our work experience here. No. Job? No. Home. Deleting and automating via SQLite. Which more than doubled the speed of there we go. Reduce mathematical and inventory lifecycle errors by over 50% through validation logic and structured data flow. Reduce financial data. Reduce financial miscalculations and life cycle error. Reduce financial and inventory life cycle errors by over 50%. Train non-technical staff to operate the software and continue to provide support for issue resolution system maintenance. Open source the small business manager with client approval. Serve as the project manager for the GitHub repo, overseeing issues. Okay, I like those. So what happens if I do, rather than a comma, on the job, on the position, I do here, I do Command 7. If I do like this, I thought better. And then what I'm going to see, what can I do this? Is can I feed these as anchors or as paragraphs? Yes, I can. Okay. So then what I'll do is I'll reduce over. We'll do a bold. 50% here.
Danilo says, do you prefer to study at night or mornings?
Night. It's the only time I have time. I work during the day as a chemist. Developed a full-featured GUI. We'll do a bold here as well. Wrap these in a paragraph tag. So engineered a full-featured GUI management system in Python, incorporating double entry accounting and automating. Incorporating double entry accounting
Yo, hope your day's going well.
via SQLite 3. Hey, how's it going, man? Hope you're good too. What you working on? Then we'll do all that bold this. SQLite 3. Which then doubled the speed. Which more? More than doubled. We'll add it up to the more than double. Which more than doubled the speed. Right, there we go.
As says, I just finished a Combine Migrations JS script for organizing my SQL migration history.
That sounds cool.
As says, I made a bid on it.
Sweet, dude. You post it in the Discord in the project showcase so people can check it out. Okay, reduce financial by over 50%. Over 50%. Over 50% through validation logic and data. Train non-technical staff to operate the software.
As says, okay, I will. Thanks.
Open source the client approvals as a project manager. As the project manager.
Wendidev says already seeing cool progress.
Reviewing pull requests. No. Go back. Open source, the small business manager with client approval, serve as the project manager for the GitHub repository, overseeing issues, reviewing pull requests, and merging community-driven features and improvements. Okay. Nice. That looks good. Okay. Okay, so on Thermo Fisher Scientific here we go. Add in a paragraph under some JavaScript. Okay, so we're gonna add in for here. What do we want to say? Lead manufacturer.
Danilo says, are you following some study guide or plan?
No, it's all just in my head here. Lead scientist and manufacturing chemist for customer or patient-facing products. For patient-facing controls. Lead chemist for lead scientist and manufacturing chemist of large scale complex biological controls used in patient diagnostics. Patient diagnostics, and patient diagnostics. He's primarily patient diagnostics. So a lead scientist and manufacturing chemist of large-scale complex biological controls used primarily in patient diagnostics. Patient and customer diagnostics. Right, I'd say here, let's do another paragraph tag. Exceeded now I say, let me open up my, let me see.
Bryden says you.
How's it going? Hold on real quick, I'm going to hide my screen just in case something pops up here. I don't want it to. Yeah, my phone number would have popped up. Good thing I hid my screen. Okay. Okay, do not show that. Okay. Lead. So I'd say, here we go, we'd say selected recipient no, so we'll say, what should I say here? Interpretation of amino acid. I am wanting to okay, let's say, okay, let's move on to my current position as a formulation chemist. Here are my previous resume points. I have not gotten any bites from biotech comps with these, so we need to alter them.
Marty says, Mike, have you seen the GTA 6 trailer?
I haven't actually watched it, no. But I heard it looks pretty good. Hey, Brayden, how's it going? Welcome in, dude. Hey, B Wendy Dev, how's it going? Wendy, is it Wendy or is it B Wendy? Thanks so much. Awesome. Like the progress? Looks good, huh? Thanks for sharing your careers and resume bullets. They show strong work, but to attract biotech companies, especially R&D heavy and translational roles, we need to make your contributions feel more data-driven, impact-oriented, and aligned with cross-functional innovation. Analytical rigor, regulatory and quality standards, process optimization, scientific communication, tech transfer, and scale-up. So spearheaded the development of high-complexity biological formulations computing, contributing to an MAS protein size of order. Its control systems exceed the performance metrics. Okay, provided advanced technical support for immunoassay troubleshooting, translating complex analytical data, dilution summaries, analytical data, degradation curves, stress projections into actionable insights for manufacturing and quality teams. Authored and presented critical regulatory documents, including SOPs, NCARs, product variants, justifications, ensuring compliance with GMP and internal audit standards. Led 2 to 8 manufacturing facilities enhancements. Developed a validation revamp proposal. Led 5 as manufacturing facility enhancements. Here are some of, let's further revise with this additional information. I compute serum or multi-dimensional matrix arrays for balancing theoretical I compute multi-dimensional matrix assays for balancing. I'll bring this over, you guys can see what I'm typing. I compute multi-dimensional matrix arrays for balancing theoretical analytical concentrations. I compute multi-dimensional matrix arrays for balancing theoretical analytical concentrations of many of balancing 10 to 20 analytical concentration. I compute concentrations of highly sensitive enzymatic molecules or compound enzymatic protein enzymatic and what's another word? I compute multidimensional arrays for balancing theoretically 10 to 20 analytical concentrations of highly sensitive enzyme and serum based compounds, based solutions. I currently calculate this all by hand with advanced interpretation, but I recently pitched an automation, a programmatic automation recently pitched a business case for a programmatic automation of this, and am currently working with the bioinformatics team to develop and code a proprietary tool / software service. That's a powerful differentiator. So it's not only doing complex quantitative formulation work, but also identifying automation opportunities and collaboration cross-functionally to build biotech tools. This is exactly the kind of content that will attract interest from R&D, informatics-driven, or CMC-oriented biotech teams.
Let's get a run in.
Rocket League? I haven't played Rocket League since I was like 15. Do you like Rocket League? Tim? Here's a revised version of the Formulation Scientist 2 resume entry, now incorporating your advanced matrix computation tool development initiative. Led formulation design for highly sensitive protein, enzymatic, and serum-based solutions, manually computing and balancing multidimensional matrix arrays to meet stringent analytical concentration targets. I like that.
Tim says I haven't played in like 3 years, so I guess it'll be okay.
Led formulation design for highly sensitive protein, enzymatic, and / manufacturing for highly sensitive protein, enzymatic, and serum-based solutions, manually computing and balancing multidimensional matrix arrays to meet stringent analytical concentration targets. Target suites. Initiated and presented a business case for automating theoretical concentration modeling, currently collaborating with the bioinformatics team to architect and co-develop a proprietary software tool. That's really good. That is really good. Initiated and presented a business case for automating theoretical concentration modeling. The business case utilizes the simplex method and linear programming for maximization developed and pitched a business case for automating a multi-analyte formulation rebalancing. Developed and pitched a business case for automating multi-analyte formulation balancing using linear programming and the simplex method to maximize theoretical yield and precision across 10 to 20 variable concentration matrices. Currently co-developing a proprietary software with the automating multi-analyte formulation balancing using linear programming and the simplex method to maximize theoretical yield and precision across 10 to 20 variable concentration 10 to 20 variable analytical individual. Developed and pitched a business case for automating multi-analyte formulation balancing using linear programming and the simplex method to maximize theoretical yield and precision across 10 plus variable analytical concentration arrays. Currently co-developing a proprietary software tool with the bioinformatics team. That sounds freaking awesome. What do you guys think about that bullet point? Hey Ray, how's it going? Welcome in, my friend. Spearheaded development of highly complex biological controls contributing to MA's present size award-winning thermodynamic controls. Spearheaded development of highly complex biological controls contributing to MAS Presidential Site Award-winning production of Thermo Fisher's antibiotics. Exceeded analytical performance.
Tim says that bullet point is killer Mike. Looks great.
Nice, Tim. Yeah, I think it looks great too. Spearheaded and developed. Spearheaded and developed a high complexity. Spearheaded development of high complexity biological controls. Spearheaded X. A leader.
Francisco says, hey that Thermo Fish scientific, would my parents go crazy did you post it?
Would my parents go crazy? Did you post it? What? Sorry, Francisco. Would my parents go crazy? Did you post it? Post what? Exceeded stakeholder. Exceeded business timelines by over 20%, I think. Exceeded business timelines by over 20%.
Tim says Scholden scientist to be from December 2024 to current. Francisco
Yes.
says, the program for formulation design manufacturing.
I'm not sure what you mean, Francisco. So January 2024 to current. Period of development. translated immuno. So I want to have stuff about NCARs. So let's do a point. Let's for the SOPs, NCAR, etc. point. Let's add management of change, ECO. Let's see, engineering change orders makes that bullet point even stronger. Authorized and finalized critical regulatory documentation, including SOPs, regulatory effective change orders, act. My MOCs were for automation and improvements via my experiences on the product line. Authorized and finalized regulatory documents, including SOPs and NCAR reports, product variance reports, ECOs, led management of change initiatives focused on maintaining operational improvements based on direct experience with the product, active product line work. So then if I give job highlight 4 equals here. Ooh, no. Paragraph there. Authorized and finalized regulatory documents, including SOPs, NCARs, product variance reports, and ECOs, led management of change initiatives focused on automation and operation experience from active product line work. Okay, and so then what I'm going to do here, what happens if I remove these? Oh, you need to give them. The thing is I have to give bullets though. Ah, it sucks. So I don't want to give 4 bullet points. I kind of just want to have this be there and then just have this. I don't want to have any descriptions for this kind of lesser role because it's just kind of like kind of not as important. Like it's just not prevalent really. I was building and stuff. I was more of like an assist, building, learning and stuff. So I kind of just want to have the role there and then no bullets. So shoot. Let me do this. Let me go here. Let me make a new thing here called position 2 dot position title only dot JSX. We'll come over here to the position. We'll take this position, paste it here, call this position title only. It's not going to take, it takes in props. It's not going to have these here though. That's what it's going to be. So then we take this position title only. So now if we go home, we're going to call this, we're going to import position title only. And we're going to make this last bullet point a position title only. Right? So now we have just the title. Perfect. That solved that issue. Look at that. Do you guys agree? Do you guys think we should just leave it like this and then just have our previous title where we pre-promotion is just a point here. Just say, okay, we have another 2 years of experience, and then I have all of my current role, my current important roles here. I feel like it's this giving information about this one really isn't that important. Lab formulation is designed / manufacturing for highly sensitive protein, enzymatic, and serum-based solutions, manually computing and balancing multi-dimensional matrix arrays to meet stringent analytical concentration target speeds.
The refactor could dry out the code by merging position title only and position by using a prop to conditionally render the content.
Yeah. A refactor could dry out the code by merging position title and position by using a prop to conditionally render the content. Yeah, I need to get better at that. I'm not sure how to do that. I've only watched half of the React course. Still got another half to go. But this is pretty good for only half of the React course, I think. Okay. So then let's do some bolds here. We need some bolds on these, including SOPs, NCARDs, product version reports, and ECOs. So we'll do a bold here. SOPs and ECOs will go inside the bold. And then the management of change as well. Led management of change initiatives focus on automation and operational improvements on direct experience from active product line work. Reducing human error by how much do you think I would reduce the human error by on that one MOC I wrote recently? Reducing human error and excess time waste and time waste by, I'd say, like, honestly, we're going to save probably 15%. Authorize and finalize time waste by 50. By over 20%. And they'll do the MAS Presidential Site Award. Bold as well. So then here, developed a pitch business case for automating multi-analytic formations, multi-analytic linear programming, simplex method. Currently co-developing. And then I'm going to do co-developing in bold. Co-developing a proprietary software tool. So then here we'll say lead highly sensitive protein enzymatic serum base. Protein enzymatic.
Marty says, Mike, you should play a out rogue for you end.
play an outro. See you next. Whatever those YouTube things are. You guys are liking the stream, please leave a like. And if you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're almost to 2,100. We're pushing up. So thank you guys so much for being here. What are you guys working on? Let me know what you're studying. What are you guys coding? Um, multi-dimensional matrix arrays. Then we'll do protein, enzymatic, serum-based solutions.
Ho says, "Hi Michael, I occasionally watch your stream just to see how far you have come. Your progress keeps me motivated while I try to switch careers from software to data engineering, learning Databricks RN."
Oh, hey, Dwo, how's it going? Hey, Ray, thanks for coming in, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. What makes you want to go from software to data engineering? Like, what is the draw there for you? Like, and did you not like software engineering, or what kind of why are you switching up? Because I'm trying to go from chemistry to software engineering or something like that, right? So it's interesting. Like, it's always like the grass isn't always green, is always greener, right? For someone else.
Marty says took me only an hour to program number to binary converter, which I didn't think I would leak code unlocking my brain parts.
Number to binary converter. You should try to do some of the leak code problems that have you do conversions from binary, like base 2 to base 10 or something like that. Now that you've done that, try to put it to practice and do some of those leak code problems that have those base conversions. Like, I think one is the one is the is it the Roman numeral problems? So let's go here. We want to add a little bit of margin onto the work experience and education. What happens if I make that padding? Stays. Okay. All right, so that's what we have here, guys. So for Birdie Rose Close, our software engineering contractor position with our colleague that asked us to build their entire business suite, right, as part of one of our projects, we engineered a full feature GUI retail management system in Python, incorporating double entry accounting and automating financial reporting via SQLite 3, which more than doubled the speed of inventory and bookkeeping operations. We reduced the financial and inventory lifecycle errors by over 50% through validation logic and structured data flow. We trained non-technical staff to operate the software and continue to provide support for issue resolution and system maintenance. We open sourced the small business manager with client approval, serve as the project manager for the GitHub repository, overseeing issues, reviewing pull requests, and merging community-driven features and improvements. And then Thermo Fisher Scientific, my current role as a formulation chemist, I led formulation design / manufacturing for highly sensitive protein, enzymatic, and serum-based solutions, manually computing and balancing multi-dimensional matrix arrays to meet stringent analytical concentration target suites, developed and pitched a business case for automating multi-analyte formulation rebalancing using linear programming and the simplex method to maximize theoretical yield and precision across 10 plus variable analytical concentration arrays. Currently co-developing a proprietary software tool with the bioinformatics team. Spearheaded development of high complexity biological controls, contributing to
Popular opinion, leak code is only useful for very early programming study, beyond that you're getting really good at solving puzzles, but maybe I'm just bad at it.
spearheaded development of high complexity biological controls, contributing to MAS Presidential Site Award-winning production of Thermo Fisher's advanced control systems, exceeded business timelines by over 20%. Authorized and finalized regulatory documents, including SOPs, NCARs, product variance reports, and ECOs. Do you not like the bolds, Tim? You want me to get rid of the bolds? Authorized and finalized regulatory documents, including SOPs, NCARs, product variance reports, and ECOs, led management of change initiatives focused on automation and operational improvements based upon direct experience from active product line work, reducing human error and time waste by 15%.
This says, hey, how you doing, man?
I want to take this. I don't think it's as fluid as it should be at the bottom. Hey, how's it going, the creative nook? Welcome in, dude. How's it going? Reducing.
Ho says, I graduated 4 years ago and have since been working primarily with unit testing and SQL, just trying to switch it up with data engineering, learning new technology to keep me motivated.
That's awesome, dude.
Doing today?
We're building our portfolio site here with React. So we're learning React, getting some practice here with it while building a portfolio site so we can start applying to maybe some dev positions come in June was my goal. Work, comma, reducing human error and time waste by 15%. I don't have, actually, I'm just going to say reducing human error and time waste. Yeah. Sweet. All right, you guys. So this is what we got so far. It looks really nice. I wonder though, can we put, I might put this education in the right side here because this side's pretty long. Let's do that. Let's put the education section in the right side. So in the home page, right, we have content main and then left. So I'm going to put the work experience, the education. Education card here. I'm going to take this out and put it at the top of the content section right. So now we have it over there on the right side. That's what it looks like. That looks awesome. That looks really good. Woohoo! W's! Dubs. Let me grab a drink. I'll be right back.
This is nice.
Got my Morris mug again. Everybody say hi to Morris. Mr. Morris. I found this at a thrift store. Someone donated their pet mug.
The
Feels
session
bad.
using Versal.
No, not. I haven't. I'm not. Is Versal a hosting thing? I'm not hosting it anywhere yet. Okay. Now what?
Tim says rest in peace, Morris. He's in heaven.
Rest in peace, Big Morris. Rest in peace, Big M. Okay. All right, that looks really good. That looks really good. Okay.
Says rude.
Then we have an about here. I'm gonna.
Tim says Rip Goat. Ho says, don't need Versal for personal website.
Yeah, I think we can just host this on static on GitHub pages. So we need to put a blog post.
As says, Versal is perfect for personal sites. As says, React integrated. Tim says blog number 1, why leak code is bad for society.
Blog number 1. Tim won't stop telling me to do foursome. Day 205, no foursome. Pause. Pause. Bruh. Bruh. If you guys are enjoying the stream so far, please leave a like. Consider subbing along if you're new here. I stream every single day after my night. My job is a formulation chemist. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys are awesome. I think I'm going to change this thumbnail, right? I don't want my small business manager to show like CS50, even though it was my CS50X final project. Like, I don't know, the CS50 kind of gives it kind of like a noob kind of. Got asked for a threesome in an interview. What? No. So I might change this one to just be kind of like this, where it shows a project, some code, and then just this, and then you can see me. I think having me in the corner also helps like recruiters to put a face to the name, right? I'm a kind of a friendly looking person, hopefully. I'm literally wearing the exact same thing in this photo. Oh my gosh. Literally the exact same thing. Okay, yeah, I own clothes, you guys. I swear, I own different clothes. But honestly, I cycle through like the same outfit every day. Like I just change the shirt and the flannel and maybe the hat and the jeans, but the look is the exact same every day. It's my go-to. But yeah, I'm gonna change this thumbnail to be more like this, so it has like not kind of like that CS50 kind of connotation under it. Because it's kind of more of like honestly, it's kind of a bigger project than a CS50 project. Like it's like I've seen a lot of people post their CS50 projects, and they're definitely not as like you know not as you know pressing or robust, I guess. Why do we have so much gap there? Let me see here. What's the gap here? Let me see.
Tim says Mike wearing the same hat every day while the Kentucky Derby hat is out of the rotation.
Yeah, it feels bad. Tim wants that Kentucky Derby hat. He's like, give it to me if you're not gonna wear it. Okay, Discord. Padding, 20%. So what if I say space evenly around? There we go. So now you get the 4 to the page. There we go. That's what I wanted. Oh no. It's just too small. There's just too much margin on the. There's so much spacing here. So if I go here and I do, if I make this width like 325, what if I make this like 500? 5,000. Doesn't do anything? What? What? What if I remove this? Oh, this is on the wrong section. I'm such a goof. That's the community. I've been messing with the wrong section. Uh-oh. Make sure I didn't break anything here. No, those look good. So I'm gonna give a. We do need to give a gap though. 20 pixels. Oh, they touch. 200 pixels. Oh. No, not here. Here. There we go. So now they'll have some gappage. Gappage. Say 50. There we go. That looks good. Okay, so if we go back to the projects, then we want to go up to projects. If I want to make these 4 to a page, right? I want to have fit 4 onto a page rather than 3 to a page. How can I do that? Space around. That still makes it 3 to a page. So I set the width to like 400. Now I get 4 to a page. But the demo is just really small. So maybe we'll make it 450. I like that. Now we fit 4 to a page there, rather than having that one bleed off. So let's set this to 450. Now you have these square cards. I'm gonna set this.
How long did it take you to finish CS50X?
If I make these a little bit longer, so they're like kind of like elongated cards. Let's say 525. 500 is fine, I guess. I started CS50X on the 1st of January 2025, and I finished at the end of March. I kind of just did it at the normal pace, like a week, like a week of the course every week. So 10 weeks, plus a project, right? The project takes a little bit longer, right? So that took us about 3 weeks. 2 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks. So I did 10 weeks, 4, 8. So January, February, March was my final project. Yeah, it's about 3 months. But I was streaming every single day doing other resources
Hello
too.
now.
Yeah, I watched one lecture a week, right, as a part of this channel. And then in that week, I did the problem set. So I kept it kind of to the structure of the course. Okay, so
Remen says, do you recommend CS50X over CS50P to build the core CS fundamentals?
um, see, honestly, you could really do either. I found the P course to be a little bit easier just because C is definitely harder than Python, at least in terms of like looping, um, variable like types and stuff like that. C definitely has more stuff, but C will teach you more robust programming knowledge. So, but coming, so that's the trade-off is you can start with Python and get easier first and then get harder later. So it kind of ramps up, it builds very fluidly, or you could start kind of harder first so that when and then you kind of bite the bullet at the start, and so that if you take care of the harder language first, then easier languages like Python and stuff really just come super fast. So, I mean, I think either way, it's pretty much even, like 50-50. You could do either one and get the same kind of out of it. Either direction, I mean. Like P versus X first. Okay. So we have post ID here.
As says, good advice.
Post ID. So I'm going to go to my blog. Am I not doing any styling on blog? I'm not. Okay.
Remen says, thanks for the advice. It's crazy how you finished so fast considering you also work full time.
Yeah, I just attest that to me just showing up every single day, right? No matter what, even when I didn't want to, I just still showed up. Just show up, just show up, just show up and do it. You know, I often have this conversation with myself, not that video games are bad or anything, right? But like, what else would I be doing? Just playing video games. Like, my girlfriend, she lives in a different city, so like I'm just alone here in my apartment in the Bay Area here with my dog and my cat, and so what else would I be doing? Watching TV, playing video games, you know, so it's just I kind of had this conversation with myself saying, while I'm young here and can learn things and can am still adaptable to new information and
As
stuff,
says,
I'm gonna take this opportunity to
show
just
up.
yeah, I'm gonna take this opportunity to just while I'm young here and have the ability to not have kids and responsibilities like after work and stuff to grind, to focus on myself and grind. And then when I get, when I have a family or whatnot and have responsibilities outside of work that I need to attend to, then I have all of my past 20s and early 30s to have set up for that. And then hopefully
As
in the
says,
future,
what
I'm even
about
more.
you?
Thank you, dude. I appreciate you so much. That's awesome, Raymond. Thank you so much for being here.
Wanted says, Mo, could I get a tour of the new Resume website? Haven't seen it since 2 days ago, I think.
Yeah, we just finished. Pretty much, it's done. So this is the resume website. I moved the education section to the top of the right-hand side here, and then I have the employment experience on the left-hand side here. So I have my starting position as a scientist one in formulation chemistry from January 2022 to December 2024, and then I have my current position as a scientist two in formulation chemistry. I
As
lead.
says, crazy to think that you may have a family within like 5 years. Time is limited, gents. Tim says
Yeah,
turn
that's
your brain
exactly it,
down.
Tim. That's exactly it. Like, I'm kind of
Ryan
like,
says, OFC bro, I love your consistency.
thank you, dude. Yeah, so honestly, it's really quite crazy. Like, I kind of got hit with like, honestly, I kind of had like a wake up call. Like, when I first graduated college, and I got a job as a formulation chemist, as a scientist one, that first year, right? That first year, January 22nd to January 2023, that first year, I, um, I didn't do anything after work. Like I didn't read a single book. I didn't do a single math problem. I didn't do a single chemistry problem. I did nothing. I was kind of like detoxing after college, right? I got this job right out of school. So like I was like, still kind of coming off of that, having homework every day and tests and finals and stuff and whatnot. But I didn't do a single thing. And then I kind of had like a wake up call. Like once I got this job, I was like, man, looking back, like if I had just done what I'm doing now and programmed starting back then, how much better would I be now, right? It's 2025. That was 3 years ago. If I had started 3 years ago, where would I have been at? So, like I said, it's just showing up. It's like I have this cringe kind of thing I say, but it's pretty powerful in the terms of it's just a couple small words. It's either one day or day one, right? I'll do it one day. I'll get up and do it one day, or you can flip the words around and you can say today is day one, right? And that's kind of the conversation I had with myself. And I really looked myself in the mirror and I was like, do I want to do I want to be forced to work a 9 to 5 job for the rest of my life and then, have to seek out maybe another job on top of that later on if I need more money? Like, because I'm stuck at that wage. Like, I have no other skills that I can do anything with outside of my current 9 to 5 to make money. Like, what can I do outside. So I made this stream. I started learning coding. Now the stream I make pennies, right? The whole purpose of the stream is just to document the progress so I can go look back. I edit the videos and then get even more compounding on the material when I edit them and listen to them back. And then for you guys as well. But, um, you know, I, I really just said, I had a wake up call and was like, I got to do something. After completing CS50X, are you able to think like a programmer a lot better? Um, I honestly think I was putting in a lot of hours before CS50X, so I think I was kind of already thinking like that before. I had already finished my CS50P final project. I had written a task tracker, and I was already working on the small business manager, the first iteration in the CLI, rather than being a GUI. So I was already, building projects and kind of thinking like a programmer and applying programming to
Learn
real
how to
world
build
stuff.
architecture and security for apps. Annuity where I can learn that.
Hold on. So I just um, I kind of already had that going. So going into CS50X, I kind of really was able to kind of like, not speed run it, but those first few weeks, I pushed through pretty quickly until the problem sets got harder and harder. The problem sets are a lot harder in CS50X than they are in CS50P, I will say, and they're a lot longer. They are a lot longer. Pause. Um, can I get some advice? Since I want to learn how to build arch architect architecture and security for apps. Any idea where I can learn that? Yeah. Does anyone in the chat, anyone in the chat have something for him? I don't really have anything. JMan202, what kinds of projects are you working on to build your skills, and which areas of software development do you aim to specialize in? Yeah, so these are my current projects here so far. I've got a chemical inventory management system. I've got a CLI task tracker or management manager. I've got a small business manager. Everything's got the word manager in it. I need to change my titles. And then I have a paper chromatography simulator. So this is my most recent project that I'm most proud of right now. I was able to simulate a chemistry experiment that you do in general chemistry in college, where you have paper chromatography and you can separate compounds like by their solubility of a salt inside of a solvent. And so go check out this demo video if you want to see that. Farming easy leak codes. Come on, Tim. Don't do me like that. I gotta get my wins where I can get them, man. I take L's all the time. I gotta get my wins. Distracted. I'm really proud of you, Mike. Been following for since last November, and you've come a far way. Really inspiring to get a notification every day that you're streaming. Keep it up. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, Distracted, dude. You guys are great. Truly, you guys are motivation and positivity really does keep me coming. Like it is difficult, guys. Like I'm not gonna front. Like it, there are days where I'm like, dude, like I don't want to stream. I don't want to code. Like I just, but then I sit there and I think, what else am I gonna do? Like all night. What else am I gonna do? So, you know, let's just hop on. Let's just get on. You know. Depends on the interview. If he is unlucky, he can get a medium hard, but I usually ask easies. Most people can't even solve easy ones. I'm not looking forward to the elite code, dude. I do not want to solve elite code in front of someone. Dude, I do not want to solve elite code in front of someone. I just I overcomplicate the elite code so bad. Like I have a problem with over engineering. Okay, so yeah, we have our resume here, where we have our contract position.
Says this is stupid, I agree. This is why I ask only easy problems, because you won't need anything more than that anyway. I don't understand people who ask graphs or dynamic programming. Anirudh says, Michael Deming WH will be your next project. Jman202 says, I honestly wouldn't want to work for company that wants you to work leak code.
That's an interesting point, J-Man. What do you guys think about that? I've heard a couple of people like on LinkedIn.
Distracted says also, not only do you inspire me to code and learn outside of school and work, you also inspire to be kind. You seem so relaxed most of time and never cuss or do anything crazy, like hit your monitor.
I'm not gaming, so there's no need to rage here. But I've really tried. I used to like rage at video games and be kind of aggressive and stuff like that. And honestly, ever since I really stopped playing video games, like all that kind of went away. Like it. A lot of people do kind of deny that aspect that video games do have a little bit of an aggressive like type of mentality that it can kind of influence you, especially if you're younger. People like to like say no, 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 that's not true, and defend video games. But in my opinion, it is pretty true that they can influence you, and especially in terms of like aggression and things like that. Not super obviously, but just it can have some effects. So, but a huge part of my mantra or my personal motto is just my number one goal in my life, honestly, is just to avoid and reduce stress and anxiety. So I honestly I do whatever I can to just reduce stress and anxiety. I had some anxiety issues in college when I was kind of transitioning from community college into university. I kind of got hit with like the bat, and I was like, dude, this is gonna be like pretty challenging. Like this is gonna be a lot harder than community college. I'm gonna have to do a lot more work. Like I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a job like during school, and like I just kind of got stressed, and I started to kind of really kind of go down a hole. And so ever since then, I've been really trying. I've just done my best to just find ways in my life to reduce stress and anxiety. Things at work, I leave at work. They're not going to impact me when I'm in my home. I'm at the end of the day, like at really truly honestly, you guys, at the end of the day, like if you quit your job, like you're still a human being, and like you're gonna live on, and you're gonna keep going, and your job does not define you. So don't let your job give you stress. I know that stress in your job can help you perform, but don't let it attach to you, like especially outside, because that's what causes that burnout. And like you've got to be able to just separate and work so hard at work that you're able to separate. And I know there's jobs out there that don't let you separate, and that's super unfortunate. And it might be a time for like reevaluate those things, right? But you know, yeah. I feel that, Mike. I quit gaming and I feel so calm in my life now that I want to learn new things. Yeah, distracted. You agree then that gaming does it takes up a lot of time. You can lose 2 hours out of your day just like that, right? Just playing a video game, and there's nothing wrong with video games if you want to spend your time doing that. I promise you. But it's it there are it does take away from certain aspects of life if you let it. Um, oh, if you want to avoid stress and anxiety, never mind. Don't join AWSL. Yeah, I've heard that there's some those jobs where they have stress and no, but I'm very good at managing my stress and anxiety. Now, not saying I don't have stress and anxiety. I'm just I've gotten a lot better, and I've really tried to gain understanding in my own like reflection internally about how I can better manage my own stress and anxiety. So I'm able to just kind of compartmentalize and then understand that things aren't really the end of the world, at least like what they're kind of made seem like. you know. I thrown my keyboard out the window many times, only had to replace it twice. My brother, he's destroyed a couple of my keyboards growing up. He had to buy me some new ones. If he's still in here. Sorry to call you out, Matt. I'm a web dev too for an international logistics company that generates around 20 billion in Europe alone annually. You have a team of around 50 to 60 devs, and for me, I didn't need to lead. J-Man, what with your experience, I oftentimes I like to ask this, J-Man, what is your take on my coding here? Like, what do you think? Like, out of what you've seen in terms of like my projects here, the small bit, the chroma plot and stuff. My next project, I'm gonna do a spectroscopy simulator, so similar to chromatography, but spectroscopy, a different type of experiment. Where do you think we land? We did a poll yesterday, and people said junior in college, CS junior. That's what people said. Um, uh, sadly seen a lot of talented 4.0 high schoolers choose to go to CC and crash and burn. Yeah, dude, it's easy. CC is great but if you're just a kid with a lot of energy, CC can be difficult because you stay at home, right? So if you're a kid with a lot of energy that wants to experience new stuff, CC can be difficult because you are forced to be pretty independent. Because a lot of your classmates at CC, in my general chemistry class, I took general chemistry. Um, so I took chemistry one, Gen Chem, at CC, and I took it once a week, Monday night. I don't know why I signed up for this class. Monday night, once a week, for 3 hours straight. Chemistry for 3 hours is brutal, dude. Just notes for 3 hours. So, I, but I will say that because it was a night class, I think 2/3 of my class were over the age of 30. So community college is heavily is a great place for people like that are trying to go back to school or didn't go in the first place. It can be hard for like a high energy 18-year-old with not a lot of like extracurricular resources like a university has. I'm a web dev too. Okay. Transition is tough, honestly, transferring schools. Yeah. It was a tough transition at first. Um, Honestly, I didn't need to do any coding tests. I just needed to talk about my past experiences at my last job, and for that job, I didn't need to do a coding test either. I've never done one, lol. Nice. My friend has a 4.3 and a 1420 SAT. He's going to community college. Wow, nice. Great way to save money. He didn't get any scholarships with those scores? Is this SAT 1600 is the top? I took the ACT. I didn't take the SAT. They will be smart education wise, but not mentally. It's not easy to manage all the stress. Urban Denunciation J. Oh, that was a bot. um, what do you think about big companies having multiple leak code rounds, and would you assess a fresher's coding skills? How would you assess a fresher's coding skills? Well, it depends on if you're looking to get into web dev or something more low level. That's the thing. It depends on, do you want to work for those big companies? You can go pretty far in your career. Okay. So I just need to style this blog. That's the last thing we need to do, right? So I'm going to grab the blog. We're going to grab the blog post ID. Where's my blog post? Here. Text align right. Posted. So let me take this. I'm gonna put the post. Should I put the post ID in the top bottom right or the top left? Because right now it's just on the same line, text line right with this guy here. So I might need to add a div here. Oh, if I go blog post and align items in a column, it'll work. So if I go here and do dot blog post, right, and I do flex or direct display flex, flex direction, column. There we go. Perfect. Boom. Kind of smart. Kind of know what I'm doing sometimes. Let's go. I feel that I've let myself down because I got good opportunities, but I didn't do well in school, and now I'm 21. I'm just trying to do my best to bounce back, dude. I'm 26, man. I'm trying to make a transition here. There's people that are like 30 that are trying to make transitions. If you go on like Reddit, dude, like Reddit really, I like Reddit. Reddit's like it's probably my favorite social media just because honestly, it gives you some real perspectives from like actual like real people. Real people, Reddit, right? But Redditors, real people. But no, it's just interesting. Like you can go on to like some different work forms and you'll find that, or like on like salary. If you go on like the job salary form, you'll immediately be like, okay, I'm not doing that bad because now comparison is the killer, is the thief of joy. So try your best not to compare, but it's human nature to compare. So it's just inevitable. So don't beat yourself up if you do it. But you know, I will say that if you I will say that if you what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the salaries, job salaries, Reddit. You'll go on there and unfortunately you'll find people that are like, in their 30s or 40s that are making like half of what you make, and it just is pretty eye-opening and it's humbling. It's like, okay, there's levels to this stuff, and it's definitely the grass ain't always greener, right? Um, are you going for full stack front end or back end, Mr. John? Is that the same John from? No, it's John Doe. Honestly, I do more, I guess, data analysis kind of stuff, data interpretation. I built these chromatography simulators and whatnot, and data driven, like for business data and sales, financial data. So probably more back end related stuff, but I also enjoy building the front end stuff too, like designing. I make all my own thumbnails. I've done video editing in Photoshop like my entire life or various stuff. For the Birdie Rose clothes, I also make a lot of their graphics stuff for them and things like that. So, I don't mind the design aspects either. I'm very creative. I play guitar. I have pretty good music theory knowledge and stuff. So I do like, design and creation stuff too. But I definitely have more like, obviously I'm a scientist. I have more data passions too. I have judged it quite a lot with hackathons at Rutgers. I would say your next project should be a solid hackathon level project. Yeah, I maybe I should do. What if I get to like 5,000 subscribers? What I should do is I should go join a hackathon, and then I should stream the hackathon the entire time. Dude, imagine that. Okay, I'm not gonna commit to anything now, but if we get to like 5K subs, I might go do a hackathon. I think it might be fun. Hey Nick Foster, how's it going? Cool stream. Which full stack side do you prefer most, front end versus back? Oh, I kind of just explained that one. Hopefully you were here for that. Sorry, I'm getting caught up on the chats. Lots of chats, you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for talking with me here. That's a great way, but sadly in our country, most of the companies leak code is must, so not much of a choice. What country is that? I'm U.S. based, India. You're all right, man. But the pressure with family and loved ones around you feels like you wasted your years, but it will change soon for the better. We have some QA teams from India. Wow, nice. Well, here it's gotten to the point where supply is less and demand is more. I wasn't 23 until I got my first big boy job. Yeah, same here. Can you give me some advice on time management tips? I recently feel like I can't make more time for anything. Um, See, I'm kind of in like a unique situation because I don't have a lot of responsibilities. Like I don't have kids. I just have a couple of cute little pets that I have to take out and feed and give some love. But I don't have responsibility, so I am at the liberty to just spend 5 hours after work coding. Um, and like I said earlier, as I had that conversation with myself, like, what else am I doing? Like, if I'm doing something, like, I honestly get like a little guilty. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm watching TV right now. What if I was like coding, like, instead of watching TV? Like, what could I have gotten done in this hour? But then, obviously, I need to have that balance and say to myself, it's good sometimes to watch the hour of TV to relax. But, you know, you've got to be able to just discipline yourself. Like, you have to like reprimand yourself. Like, I'm very internal. I talk to myself like a lot in my head. I think people think I'm kind of crazy at work because I'm constantly just like in my head, like thinking, talking to myself, blah blah blah, blah, and getting my work done. And um, you have to really be able to just reprimand yourself, like, Mike, you're messing up, like, and it's not okay. Like, you need to get back on the grind. You need to get back on the flow. You know. The amount of coders coming out of college and companies offering jobs is like 100 to 1, so they expect you to be good for a job. 24-hour hackathon. Bruh. It's hard to break into the job market here too, from what I heard. I heard my friends were in Canada for internship, they told me the same. Also, short times of high focus are worth more than long. Yeah, that as well. I think a good goal is to just set initially like 30 minutes. Just set 30 minutes, sit down and do 30 minutes. And then slowly over the course of like weeks, months, expand that time out so it doesn't feel like such an immediate change, right? Like an immediate shift from your current habits. So just allot 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and then just slowly start to, you know, build up. All right. If you guys like that advice, we're at 260. Thank you guys so much for the subs. You guys are so awesome. Really appreciate everybody showing love on the stream. Okay, so our site is done. It's done. 1.0. Wait. 1.0 is that? I don't know which direction it is. 1.0 of our personal portfolio site is complete. So we have a navigation bar up top where we can hover and select various navigation elements, right? We have a home page here where I have my work experience. I have Birdie Rose Clothes, software contractor. I have a Thermo Fisher Scientific, formulation chemistry, and then my original scientist one and my promotion here, my most recent. We came up with some really good bullet points to describe our work here, some great stats to showcase our successes. We have our education section, which is a Bachelor of Science, Human Biology, and minor in Chemistry at Utah State University, and we were magna cum laude. And then we have our GitHub here, where you can click on this and go to my GitHub profile. I have 750 plus contributions in 2025, and then just a screenshot of my current heat map. In my About section, I have just a small paragraph, a couple paragraphs about myself. I'm self-taught software engineer, professional formulation chemist, blah, blah, blah. These are some of my materials I read and have gone into, and then about my YouTube and stuff. I have a blog post where I'll post some, probably on a monthly basis, post some updates regarding my personal thoughts, kind of like a journal. And then projects. I have my most recent projects here, my 4 projects I have going so far. Hoping to build my fifth. Well, I'll actually will add on. This project will be my 5th project. So my portfolio website in React will be another card I will add on when I push this up. So I will go ahead and we'll do a demo video and everything. We'll say, okay, we did a React project now, and we'll go ahead and that will be our 5th project. So this was our 5th project, got completed today. Woohoo! Number 5. And then I have a community page where you have a couple of cards here where you can access different elements of like community or whatever. So you have my Discord server with 500 plus members. Join my community Discord server to get access to my roadmap of self-study resources for teaching myself computer science and programming. So I might make a title and call this Programmers by Michael Deming, right? I might want the title of the server on there. And then we have YouTube channel, right? 2,000 plus subscribers. Subscribe to my YouTube channel where I live stream daily as I teach myself computer science and programming from the ground up. And then you can visit these links. They're all go to the respective links. This goes to the Discord server. And then this goes to my LinkedIn here. And so I don't have if you guys want to connect with me on LinkedIn, connect with me on there. I only have 50 connections, so I'm down to say what's up on there. Dude, Mike, you're literally awesome. The other day you said you thought about starting a project with some of the viewers. Any update on that? Yeah, dude, distracted. So there's so much stuff I want to do. Is because of the recent success I've had on the channel, crossing over 2,000 subscribers. I wanted to kind of do a community whackathon, whackathon, where we maybe I'll first do it with a couple of like my mods from the Discord channel, where we'll get together and maybe try to do like on a Saturday or something where we come and code for like 3 or 4 hours straight all together and try to create a project in that one session, right? I think would be cool. Or we could lengthen it across like a week and do like a 2 hours every day or an hour every day all together. We just have to align with everybody's schedule and find out people that would like to volunteer and be a part of that project. So if you're wanting to, I'm wanting to do like a kind of a community whackathon where I'll stream a couple of us in a call together, and then we'll build kind of a project in like a single session or a couple sessions. What do you guys think about that? I struggle with reprimanding myself. I'm way too lenient with myself. I know I should do more, but I consistently fall back into bad habits. It's tough. Yeah, it's constant battle, man. I get that, Jesus. I have to imagine myself in the future to motivate myself in the present. Yeah, dude. If you guys are into investing money at all, like in terms of the stock market, I'm a big stock market nerd. I love. I throw all my spare change in there. Um, that's the place where you'll see it most, where you'll have that feeling most, is like, man, why did I not put my money in there when I should have? I had the money. It would have been a safe investment into a blue chip company. Why didn't I put the 10K into Apple back 3 years ago? It's just like, I don't want to have those regrets, right? um While you struggle to begin on projects, people like Mike will slowly but surely overtake. What? While you struggle to begin on projects, people like Mike will slowly but surely overtake you, even if you might be smarter. Oh, you're talking about like just in terms of like grinding, like in terms of hard work. Yeah, hard work really, it can pay off, but we'll hopefully be able to see the hard work pay off when we start applying for some jobs here in June. Um, I'll do this. I've been on the dry side of coding projects. I'm down if you need a TypeScript dev. I do Java, Python, and React if you need me. It's safe until it's gone. Well, yeah, the stock market recently has been kind of uh, honestly like a game. It's been pretty unstable and not unstable, but it's been too volatile because of political influences, and it's no longer about metrics and statistics and financials. It's being too influenced by hype and trends, and it's just and so personally me right now I turned off my buys because I don't want to play the volatility right now. I like hopping in on the bull runs, just playing the momentum. I don't like playing the chop. I'll let these go. I'll wait for like valid, good news sources to come out with positive news and good financials, and that's when I'll make my buys on undervalued companies. I'm not going to play kind of hype and tweets and fads and stuff. No way. I would have to love to join, watch the Wackathon. Wait, is the resume website up on Google? Can I look it up? No, it's not on Google yet. It's just this is localhost right now. I haven't put it up yet. We'll probably put it up tomorrow. That'll be our task for tomorrow is launching. I've never launched a React app before, so I'm going to have to prompt the AI to figure out how to launch an actual React app and where to host it. So I think it's just a static page with React with HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. So we could probably host it on GitHub Pages. Um, but I do own the domain michaeldeming.com. So I am going to sync it to that domain name. But yeah, we'll push the project tomorrow. I've been kind of rambling and just talking with you guys for forever, which is fun. So I know I'm sorry I haven't been getting a lot of code done, but I appreciate you guys being here. Okay, so then we what did I say we needed to do? We needed. Oh, I'm gonna push this. Oh, here we go. What's my status? I'm on dev. Okay, good. Let's add here. Commit. Um, add job details for home. Um, styled the blog post, and then finalized portfolio. All right, this code is live on my GitHub, so if you're wanting to see the code that I wrote here for all these components and whatnot, it's on my GitHub right now under the MD portfolio website. So go feel free to check that out. I will say though, if you're wanting to kind of use a similar format for the website, try your best to kind of change it up a little bit, make it a little bit unique to you. You never want like your website to look one to one with somebody else's, especially if they were the one that wrote it, right? You want to have something that's unique to you that can, convey your skills as a developer. Don't cheat yourself. Um, the stock market hasn't been about financials or metrics since we lost the only constant metric, the gold standard. Right, Tesla valuation doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's prime example, right? Is Tesla stock. You can buy a VPS to host it. You would need to learn a lot about DevOps and networking. Yeah. No, I want to get into eventually like even like building my own server. Like I would like to if I move out of this apartment to more like a place with some cheaper utility bills, some cheaper electricity bills, I would like to build my own server and have it host my own stuff. I think that'd be cool too, or whatnot. And I don't know how to anything about that really, and I would love to get into that, and have kind of like a home lab. But yeah, so if you guys are interested in doing the Wackathon live on the channel, I was thinking maybe get like 5 people, including myself, or maybe 6 people, including myself, where we can come together and build something collaboratively within like a single session, like on a Saturday or a Sunday or the course of like a weekend. I think it would be very cool to do and give a lot of good experience to show collaboration across groups, and then we all could have a project that we could put on our portfolios together. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll make a section in the Discord called the Wackathon, and we will go ahead and start the discussion about when we want to do that. So we'd have to plan out like who are going to be our first participants. We might have to do kind of like a pool of people, and then we just draw to make it fair. or if we don't have enough, we'll just take the first couple of volunteers, and then we'll have to come up with a schedule, like when we're going to do it, an actual project idea, and then we'll go ahead and launch it up. And I think it'll be super fun to do that together. I volunteer, AZ. Nice. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'll make that in the Discord, and we'll have to talk about it and get some people. We might have to do like a pool and draw from the pool to make it fair. All right, you guys. So we were successful in finishing up our website here, which is really awesome. I'm super happy with it. We have hover features. We have buttons. We have appropriately displaying our resume. A basic overview of our resume with our most recent software engineering contract that we got with Birdie Rose Close. We have education, our GitHub section, and about a blog that I need to make a post here for. I'll make a post here soon. Projects, right, and then community. So everything works really awesome, and we'll go ahead and tomorrow, our goal for tomorrow will be to push this up onto our hosting platform and actually have this be accessed via the web and michaeldeming.com. Woo! It'll be super fun. I'm really, really excited. But so fun fact, you guys, is I'm starting that project at work. So on my homepage here, on my resume, I said, I developed and pitched a business case for automating multi-analyte formulation balancing using linear programming and the simplex method to maximize theoretical yield and precision across 10 plus variable analytical concentration arrays. Currently co-developing a proprietary software tool with the bioinformatics team. So I actually started that process today. I kind of got a I met with the bioinformatics guy today, and we got kind of some action items for me to take care of, and he gave me some assignments to go ahead and start coding. So I was starting, I took about an hour before the stream today actually, and I was coding offline. I don't think I'll be able to, unfortunately, show that code live on the stream because it is proprietary and owned by them. I'm not even sure if I can really work on it outside of work, so I kind of need to get some more clarity on that. So I can't really use any data yet. I just have to kind of get the structure going. But yeah, so unfortunately, I can't actually show that live on the stream. I wish I could. It's super, super cool. But I did do an hour of that kind of class structuring, getting it going, and the project started, and the Git initialized and everything before the stream. But anyways, I just wanted to mention that. I appreciate you guys being here and joining me. Please leave a like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed your time here and are new. My name is Michael. I have a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry, and I work as a formulation chemist. I stream teaching myself how to code and program every single day through various resources like books, courses, videos, and projects. And I really, really just enjoy hanging out with you guys. Trying to follow your LinkedIn, but I cannot. Oh. Is something wrong, distracted? Trying to follow your LinkedIn, but I cannot. Why? That's weird. It should work. I'm not like private or anything. Oh, you can't find it. Oh. Well, on my website, you'll have to, it'll take you there. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow around 7 p.m. PST. See you guys. Should we do a raid on Twitch? We have only 4 people. Not too bad. It's all right. All right, you guys. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Talk to me offline. Join the Discord. Message me on the Discord if you want to chat.